Previous French presidents have made their mark with grand projets such as building the country's railway network, commissioning the glass pyramid at the Louvre. Now the current president, Nicolas Sarkozy, wants to leave his own lasting impression on the country's capital. Futuristic glass towers, an artificial island in the Seine are amongst 10 projects that have been unveiled as potential projects for Paris. But in the current economic climate, the carte blanche plans to transform one of the world's most popular cities may prove to be a difficult fait accompli. Here's our arts correspondent, Nicholas Glass.
The most visited city on earth, so they say, and largely a 19th century creation of boulevards. Emperor Napoleon III commissioned the work. His chosen urban planner, Baron Haussmann, created the geometric grid. Now President Sarkozy is ambitious to leave his mark.
Mesdames et messieurs.
The words on the lectern this afternoon hinted at that. In French, Le Grand Paris means Greater Paris and the Great Bet.
Alors, le Grand Paris cessera d'être une agglomération pour devenir une ville.
Greater Paris will only really become a city when we no longer refer to suburbs, when there are no longer difficult urban areas, where a person's address is no longer a matter of social discrimination.
The riots in 2005 and 2007 made everyone ever more aware of the separation between the city centre and the sprawling mess and deprivation of the Paris suburbs. Sarkozy has made improved public transport his first priority. 2 new railway systems around the city, 30 new stations, all at a cost of 35 billion euros. The project will take at least a decade.
Moi, je pense que la réponse à la crise sont les grands projets.
I think big projects are a response to the current economic crisis. France will only get out of the crisis if it has big projects. We can't afford not to invest, and that applies to the metropolis of Paris and to France as a whole.
What Sarkozy did 18 months ago was to invite ideas from 10 eminent architects, including the Frenchman Jean Nouvel and Richard Rogers from London. The aim is something visionary, a consensus of some kind, although the British architect Zaha Hadid has warned of mediocrity by consulting so many different experts. The schemes are predictably diverse and eco-friendly. There's a plan for a forest of 1 million trees.
We've just heard one of the most impressive speeches by a politician that I've ever heard, which started with the words, I want to make architecture at the centre of society and the centre of Paris. I want to look at, I want to have a vision for the 21st century. The president said, it doesn't matter if it's high or low, it has to be beautiful. That means already something about scale and rhythm rather than just styles. He then continued to talk about ecology and the Kyoto ecological standards. These are the critical parts.
Of course, any grand projet in France is reminiscent of François Mitterrand. He left us Impey's pyramid at the Louvre and other monuments.
The president clearly embraces the future, the imagination. This is one of the most beautiful cities in the world, but it's not frightened of living in the 21st century. In Britain, we're still fighting out the traditionalists versus the modernists. We're still talking about stars. Here we're talking about the present and future of Paris. I think England also needs to move forward.
Nous n'allons pas raser la ville pour en construire une autre.
We are not going to raise the city to build a new one or raise the region to build another one. Greater Paris is not a fixed, rigid plan. It is a process of transformation. I am fully aware that this new page in the history of Paris cannot be written by one person alone.
That report from Nicholas Glass. Now, in the last few minutes in the